start just from butterfly guard. Right, so a lot of times we can play, and I might be able to get an underhook or whatever. I might be trying to sweep him, he's posting, I'm not really getting anywhere, getting anything going. You know, anytime I can get this underhook, homie control's right here, right? So I can just immediately clamp. And I wanna go wrist to wrist on my grip here to get more control. You can play with this and feel like your gable grip control, and then go to this butterfly control. And what you should feel is, it's gonna feel like you have less control in your hands, which you do, which is the point. Now my wrists are holding the position, so I'm not burning my grip out, right? So like posture up, like I still have control and I'm not burning my grip. Whereas here, I'm burning my grip as I hold him, right? So all I'm doing is this to keep control, right? And then now I can fall back and play into my homie control situation. The nice thing here is a lot of times when I get here and I drive into him, he knows he doesn't want to be like this. He wants to square back up to me. And when he does, it just gives me a sweep, right? So this is our first easy option, you know, so. And it's the same as the shoulder crunch sweep, but now I have head control. So the same thing can happen if I get like a shoulder crunch on him and I feel like he's pulling this arm out and I'm having a hard time keeping it, and yeah, like limp arm out of it, like I would limp arm the other way. There you go, yeah. Right? And he's getting here, I can readjust and get my homie control, you know, and keep this, you know. So again, and you can play with which direction feels better for your grip. You know, it doesn't really matter as far as which way your hands are pointing, you know, but I want this butterfly grip here, right? I'm gonna fall back, get into my position, get all my control, and when he drives into me, this leg is just chopping and I'm lifting, right? So we'll just start with that, and then we'll just kind of take it from there, but this way we can kind of get warmed up, and then we'll just take it down the rabbit hole from there. Let's do it, 3, 2, 1. I'm hand fighting, right? And so for me, it's one of those that I'm trying to get the hands elevated so I can get to the elbows. If his hands are above his elbows and I get to his elbows, I can elevate and I can start all of this, right? But a lot of times it's hard to get both of them, you know? And so I might get one and I can't quite get the other, and I'm trying to elevate and it's just not working, and I'm trying to get this going. I can just reach up and get the homie control, right? Or maybe he collar ties me. Like, cool, free homie control. Right? So you can play it off the collar tie, or I can, you know, play it off of the elbow control and get to here. He drives in, we can still hit that same sweep, right? I've already got this arm isolated, right? So I can start to make plays on the arm, or I can go to other positions, whatever the case may be, right? So that's where, like for me, this is how it fits into my game, is I'm always trying to get an underhook. If I have an underhook, I have homie control, right? Now, the other place that it'll show up for me a lot of times is from full guard, right? And I'm playing this game and I'm trying to break him down, and he's posturing up and he's doing this. Well, if I break him down as he postures, I slide in and get an underhook, and now I have homie control again, right? Now I open the legs, make this shift without putting my feet on the mat. Yeah, that's cool, right? Because that's the next thing that's coming in, right? If I can stay on my side and he's not driving into me, if he is, right, because my foot's on the outside now, if he drives into me here, it's a flower sweep, right? If we go back, all I'm doing for that sweep is this leg is down, it's coming up. This one is up, it's going down. That's all I'm doing. So when he drives into me, I just switch my legs and it rolls him over, right? It's really that simple. So we'll play with this one next. So you're gonna start again in full guard. I'm breaking him down, trying to get my rubber guard game started or something. He postures up, I just dig underhook and grab the homie control, right? And this is where if you want to play rubber guard, right now we can play rubber guard, but we're getting here, and before I start to play my rubber guard, he starts to drive back into me. So I just switch my legs. All right, that's all it takes. And we get the sweep. Do you see that, Max?
I think I got it.
Okay, let's try it. 3, 2, 1. So from butterfly, I get my control. I fall back and hit here. So I've got the foot in, so we're playing from here. Now, from this position, we're going to first start with just straight up homie control stuff, and then we can, the obvious is that I can play my rubber guard and go on into whatever rubber guard attacks, right? So whatever your rubber guard game is, you can play from here, right? I can play that situation. If you want to play lockdown, right? Like I can go to lockdown and I'm deep on my underhooks because I'm under that arm already, right? So I can slide right down into my lockdown game and play that from there. But for the homie, right? The homie. So the first option here is straight out of the warm-ups, right? We just shuck this over, right? And we're here. But what we're gonna do different is I'm gonna look for this gift wrap and get this. But instead of coming up, because I don't like to come up and be on people's backs when now I have to ride wherever they want to go because they still have their base. So instead, when I get here, I'm going to extend out and I'm going to put my butterfly in. I'm going to bring my other foot out, so I'm Xing his knee. Right? So we're like this. So if we go back, I was here, I push away, butterfly hook comes in, butterfly hook comes out. So I'm like this, right? From here, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna pull him in, and I'm gonna kick this out. Now, I'm on his back.
That looked uncomfortable. It was smooth though. Yeah.
Right? And now I don't have to come up, I don't have to attach to him. I don't have to worry about where he's going to take me because his hips are still strong. I don't have to mess with any of that.
Low too. Right. Like you have me so low, I can't. Right. Like it's like, oh shit, belly down. Like,
right.
Really fast.
Yeah. All right. So again, I get my control. I fall back. We're playing here. I shuck, squeeze, gift wrap. Right. We're in this. I'm going to extend. My foot comes in for the butterfly, my other one comes out. Pull him back in. So we're tight again. From here, I'm pulling his head to my chest and I'm kicking his knee out. And that sits into his hip. And now I can get my hook. And now I'm on his back.
You could lay that, yeah, I was gonna say you could roll in a body triangle, all sorts of shit.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah, right.
Cool. So, need to say it again? Got it. Let's play with it. 3, 2, 1. Same spot, right? So we get here, we get to our homie control. We're playing this game. So sometimes like he knows the situation here, right? So I'll try to shuck and he'll just like hold my head so I can't hop it over. All right, I'm kind of stuck here, or he's grabbing like this. Yeah, and you
What about if I try to reach through? Can I do that too?
You might be able to.
That's what I was wondering earlier.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll grab their hands together, right, to stop the shuck from happening. So you're kind of stuck right here, right? Like now I'm going to my rubber guard, right? Because see how it starts to bring his hands back apart because I've got the frame against his collarbone, right? So I could just revert back now that I've got this, and I could go back to my homie control stuff, and I can shuck now and then play the same game. Or once I separate, since I'm already here, I can just zombie and start playing this. Right, this zombie is probably the easiest zombie you're ever gonna get because his arm's up really high. So I just stick my hand in his armpit and swim it through. Right, like it's really hard to stop. So yeah, so that's one of the easiest ones we can get. Once I get there, I need to straighten this right leg to pin that foot so he's not passing my guard. So I'm in a good jersey spot. Puts me all the way on my right hip. So if he tries to drive into me to flatten me out, it's a lot harder now once I get here. Anything short of that, he can flatten me out. Once I make this turn, it's hard to flatten me now. All right, so now once I'm here, now you can play all of your games here. Like if I see that arm sticking out, I can grab that for the stocks. Right, I can go flip, go clinch. Yeah, so you have all your different stuff here. I can go carny. Right, we got all these different plays once I get to that spot. So we're just working on getting to that perfect jersey, right? So again, we're here, I get this, I pop him down, I'm here, I'm trying to hit this shuck, he puts his hands together, he's like, nope, not gonna let you have it. I'm like, cool, we'll just play rubber guard. I pop the arms, this hand comes into his armpit, swims through, and I turn so that I can get my toes pointed to the ground to staple, and I'm completely on the side of my hip. I don't wanna be on my butt, I wanna be where that bone is on the side of your hip, I want it connected to the mat. So that now he can't drive back into me, right? And then now you have all your different options, depending on what they give you at that point, right? Let's work on getting to that perfect jersey, and then whatever's there is there, right? Let's hit it, 3, 2, 1. We've managed to get to our homing control. This time I'm able to shuck, but he doesn't pull his arm back in because I'm reaching for this and he's keeping it out, right? He's not gonna let me have that gift wrap, right? So when this is the case, now we're going straight to swim move, right? So I'm coming here and driving this through, right? If he doesn't connect, if he didn't connect
Belly
his
down
hands,
armbar.
then we're just belly down armbar finishing him, right? We don't have to go through the rest of the way. Or if you don't like the belly downs, if he doesn't connect, I can just sit to this arm saddle and finish the Choi bar. Right? Choi bar. Yeah. If he connects, then we're going straight swim move. So again, like I dive my hand right under his ankle and I swim to his big toe. I pull his big toe to my hip. Right? Once I feel that tension in his hips, now I use my hips to drop and roll him. So that we come up. Right? Now I'm gonna fall, keep going. Right? I'm gonna fall to this angle and I'm gonna bring him up with me. So I'm staying tight here. You know, because if he doesn't stay tight, he automatically gives up the armbar.
I don't want to give it to you.
Right? And now that we're here and he's rolled up and everything's tight, I can just push him away. To finish. Right? Let's do that again. So I grab my homing control. We're here. I shuck. I'm looking for that gift wrap. He's like, no, not giving that to you again. Not getting my back taken, right? So I come up, right? I hook the arm, shin across the head. He defends, so I slide down. Hand shoots right under the ankle. I look for the big toe, pull it. We roll through, I pull him in, and now I use my legs to push him to finish.
Yeah, I always think when I go this way, I have to get back up. Why? I'm right there.
Yeah, I want to pull him up. I want to be like this so that he's all up, and then I can just push him back to the mat. Right? And as I push, I find that tension in his grip, and instead of trying to just push through it, I like.
That's even more. That's
Right?
the worst part about it. You're like, no.
Yeah, because you're like, if I just push, you're like, oh, I can defend that. And when I start hitting that little jackhammer, it's just like, oh crap. So, right?